COVID-19, a case of reinfection in the United States, the fifth in the world. Paris, an American, has caught COVID-19 twice within a month and a half of each other, and the second infection was more severe than the first, according to a study released Tuesday which details this case of reinfection, one of 5 identified so far in the world. There are still many unknowns about SARS-CoV-2 infections and the immune system response, but our work shows that a previous infection may not necessarily protect against future infection, said Professor Prof Pandori, lead author of the study published in the medical journal The Lancet Infectious Diseases. This implies that people who have tested positive for SARS-CoV-2 should continue to take precautions, including physical distancing, wearing a mask and washing their hands, since reinfection is possible, continued the Professor Pandori, quoted in a press release from the Lancet Infectious Diseases. According to this medical journal, 5 cases have been confirmed so far. In Hong Kong, this was the first, announced on August 24, Belgium, the Netherlands, Ecuador and the U.S. state of Nevada. It is he who is the subject of this new study. This does not mean that there are not more, especially because many cases of COVID-19 are asymptomatic and therefore difficult to spot, however, warned Professor Pandori, an expert from the University of Nevada. These 5 cases were different. For those in Nevada and Ecuador, the second infection was more severe than the first, while the other 3 were the reverse. The Nevada case concerns a 25-year-old man in whom no immune disorders or other illnesses pre-existing to his infection with COVID-19 have been detected. On April 18, he was declared positive for the first time with a few symptoms: sore throat and headache, cough, nausea, diarrhea. He is placed in solitary confinement and his condition improves. It is then declared negative twice. But 48 days later, on June 5, he tested positive again, this time showing more severe symptoms, including difficulty breathing that required his admission to the emergency room and administration of oxygen. This patient has since recovered. A genetic analysis has shown that these 2 successive infections were caused by 2 different strains of the SARS-CoV-2 coronavirus, which is essential to be sure that this is indeed a reinfection. More research is needed to understand how long immunity to SARS-CoV-2 lasts and why some of these second infections, although rare, are more severe, says Professor Pandori,